What had happened is just unfathomable. Danny, he was a good man, and he got betrayed by people with diabolical intentions. Danny Pearl was a great friend of mine. He was somebody that I met in the Washington Bureau of the Wall Street Journal, and Danny was an incredible breath of fresh air. After the September 11th attacks, I jetted to Pakistan from the US, and Danny jetted from India, where he was based with his wife, Marianne. Danny told me he had a plan to fly to Karachi, and that is what brought Danny and Marianne to my house. He always had this habit of just having a whole bunch of things in his hands, and that was the last image with which I saw him. He was sort of juggling his cell phone and his bag, and I literally waved to him and said, "See you later, Danny." That was the last time that I ever saw him. Hours slipped by. We would call Danny's phone. Marianne would call regularly, and Danny had a habit where he would always pick up the phone. He would always just quickly say, "I can't talk," and then hang up. And so it was very odd that he was never answering the phone. By 10 o'clock, Marianne was really worried.
A highly respected American journalist, Daniel Pearl, disappeared in Karachi a month ago, on his way, as he thought, to interview a radical Islamic leader. Within days, his abductors released these chilling photos, threatening to kill him if militants arrested in Afghanistan weren't released.
During those 5 weeks that we investigated Danny's whereabouts, my house became a command center. The wall on my dining room became plastered with the family tree of suspects. Around the dining table, we created a virtual hub for the investigation. We got the ransom notes. We got photos of Danny in captivity. I scrolled up and saw photo after photo after photo. Seeing a gun to the head of the buddy that you have is just so shocking. And in those little glimpses, I was trying to find the spirit of the friend that I knew. In the 5th week of trying to find Danny, the investigators arrived at my door.
It was the US consulate in Karachi that took delivery of the brief and horrifying videotape that documented Daniel Pearl's last moments. No clue when he was killed. For weeks, Pakistani police had claimed they were close to a breakthrough. Now it was too late.
One of the chief investigators said, "I'm sorry, Marianne, I couldn't bring your Danny home." She ran down the hallway to her bedroom that she had shared with Danny, and she screamed, such a blood-curdling scream like I've never heard before in my life. The fact that these killers used Islam to justify their barbaric activities is a point of great rage for me as a Muslim, and is a huge motivator for me in everything that I do.